Do you want to make a quilt in your favorite color, but you aren't sure which pattern to choose? Today, I want to share some tips for choosing the best block pattern to make a monochromatic quilt.
Take a look at this sampler I made for the 2021 Monthly Color Challenge from Patterns by Jen. Each block is made with a light and dark fabric from the same color family. The blocks have strong graphic elements that provide high contrast between the two colors. I love to make multiple blocks of the same pattern and switch the color placement of lights and darks. So these blocks are considered monochromatic, but I find that more complex blocks give you more room to experiment with colors. Let me show you what I mean with some patterns from EQ8's Quilt Block Library. We'll start with a classic pinwheel block. Using a green for the pinwheel blades and a neutral color background gives us a traditional look. If we change the background to a lighter green, it fits the classic definition of a monochromatic block. But if I switch it up a little bit and choose the double pinwheel block that has additional triangles in the design, then I can add more shades of green and it suddenly becomes much more interesting. I've seen a lot of Dresden plate blocks cropping up on Instagram these days, and they look great in just two different fabrics. But what if we expand that palette and be sure to include a background color that incorporates those warm yellows and oranges? This would be a wonderful fall project. Another traditional block that has lots of places to add monochromatic color families is the double wedding ring. You can see that by building a gradient of colors, several shades in the same family, you get a wonderful quilt. And when you put them together, they make fabulous secondary designs.
I like to think of monochromatic palettes as a stair step or gradient of colors. Let's take a look at my mini log cabin star and I'll show you exactly what I mean.
For these log cabin blocks, I needed 5 shades of each color for those log cabin pieces. I started with the lightest fabric and auditioned a variety of shades until I had a selection that looked good. And here you see the finished quilt. Those gradients just make your quilt glow. So if you think you have enough contrast, throw in a few of those middle shades.
Another monochromatic quilt that I'm working on features blue stars. Many of these blocks are paper pieced, and I found the foundation patterns on the website Quilters Cache. It's a great resource, so I'll leave that link in the description below. These blocks feature 3 to 4 different sections, pieces, places for me to collect and show off a huge variety of blue fabrics.
Let me lay out some of the blocks that I have made for this star quilt, and you can see the variation when I switch the placement of lights and darks, and some of the blocks that have more colors are a lot more interesting. So have fun playing with those color families. Do you have a favorite star block? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. While those sampler blocks get put away, let's take a look at a quilt that features just one block, but they all look so different because of the color placement. In some blocks, the ring stands out, while in others, you see the X more predominantly. We also push the definition of monochromatic quite a bit in this quilt. You can see plum and lavender and even bits of pink and gray, but the overall effect is that this is definitely a purple quilt. And you can find it in our book, Monochromatic Quilts, Amazing Variety. If you want to see exactly how I choose fabrics that go together and give you that wonderful effect for a monochromatic quilt, definitely check out this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.